Hey guys, welcome back to Girls Frontline 2. In today's video, we are checking out everything that is in our new update. There is a bunch here, including new characters, new events. We've got the guild type system as well. But before we get into it, I do have to give a massive shout out to Girls Frontline 2 for sponsoring this video. And if you do want to download and play the game, I will have a link in the description below. So let's kick off with the banners that we have in this new update. The first one being Minato. She is going to be the premier banner in this update, so if you are looking to pull on one of them, this is the one I would highly recommend. We also have the banner for her exclusive weapon. Then they've also thrown in on top of that a Tololo banner with her weapon if you are aiming to pick those up as well. Now we will touch more on Minato and the way she works in a minute, but for now I want to take a look at the rest of the stuff we have. Kicking it off with another free unit that we have available to us in over here, Papasha. Now, she is a unit that we do get for free from the just a general event, and then we do have another way to go ahead and get her copies. A quick TLDR on what Papasha does is she has this cool thing where she summons a helper to the battlefield that will attack with her, and that is her general shtick. But she is a really cool looking character, and once again, when you get something for free, it's always nice. And now, where are we going to go ahead and get her dupes? Now that is where the platoon comes in, because the platoon is the game's sort of guild system. Now there's a few things to do in here, but where you're going to get those extra copies is going to be through here, through the shop. Now you'll be able to get obviously the pieces of her and then a few other resources if you want. And then we also got some other nice things that will unlock over time over here as well. How are we going to get the points? First off, we have this resupply. This is a very simple thing. It's just basically AFK missions that you can go ahead and claim. There's not much to it. Get you some points. Come back and check here regularly. The other thing that we have is this task, a daily task that will pop up. These are very simple enemies that you have to battle. You'll clear this on auto. Very, very easy. Just do it. You get some extra collapse pieces, and you also get some extra reputation, which is basically currency for the shop. So that's what you want to do. Then we also have this one, which is the outpost battle. Now it's called Gunsmoke Frontline, this one, and you can see we've got outpost battle, and then we also have decisive battle. Decisive battle is going to be against a boss enemy. However, you only unlock this once you reach level 60. So for most of us that started at global, you will have the outpost battle. Now when you go into the outpost battle, you will battle a group of enemies, and you will get a score based on your result, and you can do 2 attacks per day, and you can also buy 1 additional attempt per day. Now, we also have in these battles, if we go to start combat, we can see that we can choose our own characters, and then we can also go ahead and choose a support character. So for instance here, I got a friend here with QJ, so I can go ahead and slot in that QJ, and I can bring a full team. Now the other thing we have is a first buff. So this buff is always going to be active in this season, which is increases hydro and freeze damage and critical rate by 30%. Really nice. Now on top of that, you get to select another boost that you want to do. And it's very, the way they display it is actually really nice in that you can see where the up arrows are to see which characters benefit from which ones. So you can see the blue one is the top benefit, and then the orange one is the other benefit. So you can take a look, see who's going to be benefiting from these different situations. And for me, I'd probably run this one. Increases damage dealt by 20% while Frost Barrier is active on self. Now this one, because we are running Suomi, she puts it on everyone. So this is a nice little buff that we can go ahead and get. And once again, you're going to jump in and you're going to defeat some enemies, get some points, and progress along for your guild/platoon. Next up, let's take a look at all the events that we've got going on. The first one being the beginning of the new year event. This is just a nice little login event. Log in each day. You're going to get some extra collapse pieces to add to your summons. Next up, we have the fragrance gift. Now, this one is a really nice event to get yourself some extra materials. Essentially, all you have to do is spend your stamina, and you will progress along the line, spend up to 1,000, you'll get all these extra rewards, and you can see you do get some really nice upgrade materials for your characters through these. So nice little event to help boost with building up all the characters that you're trying to do. Then we have obviously trial versions of Minato and Tololo there for you, and we also have the new outfit in the ballroom interlude for Minato, so if you are pulling for it, you can go ahead and grab that. And then we also have a new one over here as well for Tololo. with her Celestial River at Dusk outfit. Besides that, we have this one over here, which is that event, as I mentioned earlier, with Papasha that I've already completed, where you do get the free first copy over there. And then finally, we have our major event, which is the City Quartet. So if we jump over here, this is a really nice event. I do love the structure of these events. First of all, we have a story mode that you can go through and clear. You also have the sub ones that you can clear. And as you get all of the stars in these, you will get some extra premium currency as well, which is super nice. And once you complete the story, you get the supply stages, which you can go ahead and clear. And each day you will get yourself 3 extra vouchers that you can use with a cap of 6. You want to be using these, go ahead and you can just go ahead and sweep, get the rewards, happy days, and away you go. Now on this first stage, I get 560 per sweep. And if I go over to the final one, you can see we're going to get 560 per sweep. So there's no stress on sweeping the final one. You can just do the first one and then just sweep that early days if you're a bit busy and you want to come back to these ones later. Moving on that, we will have a challenge mode as well, which will be activated later on. But just note the challenge mode will probably have a few separate stages that you can defeat for really good rewards. Then we have the commission, this one over here. We got some very simple missions that we can go ahead and complete. Win 2 times with equipment analysis. Very simple things. You just hit proceed. It will take you to do what you need to do. And there we can get some nice juicy rewards as well. I do like the stamina refills. They're always helpful, and some other resources along the way. So that is that one. As we move on, we have the celebration. As you can see here, we have a bunch of missions that we can complete to get a ton of rewards. So clearing the story missions will get us a bunch of rewards. And there we go. So now we've done that, we can go over to the Sweetheart shop. This is the shop where we're going to get a bunch of goodies. You might recognize this from the previous one, or if you're new, this is maybe look new to you, but we do get a ton of rewards here, which we should be able to clear out if you play actively throughout the whole event. You should be able to clear out the entire shop, which is fantastic. We do have some skins for weapons, which I always find nice. We have very important materials for our neural helix. You get some summons, we get some keys, which we need a ton of, gifts, which we also need a ton of for progressing in our social features. And then on top of that, we do get a bunch of other upgrading materials for our characters, which we are always in need of. So that is the event. Once again, the major event that you'll want to keep coming back to, definitely spending these so that you don't overcap on them, so that you can get as many resources and keep beefing up your account. So now let's take a look at the premier character of the new update, and that is Macchiato. Now I'm going to basically TLDR what she does so you guys know. Essentially, she has this ultimate, which is fantastic, which applies Frost Barrier and Alert to her for 2 turns. And what the alert does is, if she has the Frost Barrier active and an enemy within her range goes to attack an ally, she will perform a preemptive attack on them, meaning it's not kind of like Groza, who will wait for the enemy to attack and then revenge. She will preemptively attack, attacking them before they get to the chance to attack your allies, and if she kills them, well, you protected yourself from a ton of damage. So both offensive and defensive, and the fact that she does have that shield application is a fantastic thing as well, because it means she can be a little bit tanky, even though she's a sniper, if she gets into a pinch, or you can use her and manipulate it to make her draw some attacks so that you can protect her along the way. And also we do have Suomi, obviously, if you pulled her from the previous banner, who can also apply an ice barrier to her as well, which helps her with her survival and helps her keep that ice barrier up so she can keep going with her revenge attacks. Besides that, she does have a lot of self-buffing, very heavy single target focused damage, and also frost debuffs to apply to the enemies. So that is a roundup of what we have in this new update for Girls Frontline 2. Now, once again, a massive shout out to Girls Frontline 2 Exilium for sponsoring this video. And if you guys do want to download and play the game, I will have that link in the description. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.